When social workers entered the house, they thought they were dealing with a normal abuse case. But inside one locked bedroom, they found something deeply disturbing. A 13-year-old girl who could barely speak, barely walk, and barely seemed human at all. For almost her entire life, nobody talked to her. Nobody played with her. Nobody taught her language. She spent years trapped inside a tiny room, completely isolated from the outside world. And over time, something inside her mind began changing. According to reports, Genie's father controlled the entire house through fear. He hated noise, and if Genie made sounds, she was punished, sometimes violently. Most of the day, Genie was strapped to a small chair designed for toddlers. At night, she slept inside a cage-like crib with metal bars. She barely moved, barely spoke, barely interacted with another human being. And the longer it continued, the stranger her behavior became. When authorities finally rescued her, the situation shocked everyone involved. Because Genie didn't behave like a normal teenager. She moved awkwardly, she struggled to focus on faces, and she knew almost no words at all. Some experts immediately feared that her brain had permanently changed. Very quickly, Genie became one of the most famous psychological cases in the world. Scientists everywhere wanted access to her, because Genie represented something terrifyingly rare, a child who had missed almost all normal human development. And suddenly, researchers realized they might be witnessing something nobody had ever studied before. Could Genie still learn language? Or had her isolation destroyed that ability forever? That question obsessed scientists, because if Genie failed to learn language, it could completely change what we understand about the human brain. For the first time in her life, Genie experienced the outside world: grass, rain, music. Simple things most people stop noticing after childhood. Researchers described moments where she looked completely amazed by ordinary reality itself, as if she were discovering Earth for the first time. But behind the scenes, the situation was becoming uncomfortable. Some researchers genuinely cared about Genie. Others became obsessed with the scientific opportunity she represented. And slowly, people began asking a disturbing question. Was Genie being rescued or studied? Eventually, the entire situation fell apart. Researchers began fighting with each other, funding disappeared, and Genie was moved between foster homes. Escaping her father's house didn't mean Genie was finally safe. According to later reports, some of those homes were abusive too. One foster parent allegedly beat her for vomiting. Another reportedly punished her for speaking. And slowly, Genie began shutting down again. The progress she had made started disappearing, and the people around her realized something horrifying. Isolation had shaped her mind so deeply that reconnecting to the world was becoming harder again. Even today, psychologists still debate Genie's case. Some believe scientists crossed ethical boundaries. Others believe the system completely failed her. But almost everyone agrees on one thing. Genie's story revealed something deeply uncomfortable about human nature. Because Genie revealed a terrifying truth. Human beings are not born fully human. Connection shapes us. Language shapes us. Other people shape us. And without those things, something essential inside the mind may never fully develop. Genie remains one of the most haunting psychological cases ever documented. Not because she became dangerous, but because her story revealed how fragile human development really is, and how much of who we are depends on other people. If you enjoy stories about psychology, human behavior, and the darker side of the human mind, there's much more to explore.